There's a moment in life when your phone doesn't buzz anymore. No calls, no texts, no invitations. The world moves on, and you're left staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering if anyone would even notice if you disappeared. This is not just loneliness. It's not just a quiet weekend or a bad month. It's the moment you realize, deep down, no one is coming to save you. And that's the most terrifying, liberating truth you'll ever face. When you hit this point, you have two choices. 1, curl up, complain about how unfair life is, and wait for someone, anyone, to knock on your door and rescue you. 2, stand up, look at the emptiness, and whisper to yourself, "Fine, I'll do it myself." That second choice, that's the first brick in the empire you're about to build. Here's what nobody tells you. The people who rise from nothing, who carve themselves into legends, are not the ones with safety nets. They're the ones who had no other option. They stopped expecting a miracle. They stopped waiting for help. They stopped chasing validation. And in the silence, they heard their own voice for the first time. Let's be real. The world owes you nothing. It doesn't matter how kind you are, how talented you are, how much potential you think you have. No one is keeping a scorecard. If you fall, most people will step around you, not because they're cruel, but because they're busy surviving their own storms. Once you accept this, something changes. You stop wasting energy on "why won't they help me?" and start asking, "what can I do with what I have right now?" Think of life as a dark forest. When you're lost, no one is coming with a torch to lead you out. You'll wait for days, months, years, until you starve where you stand. But the moment you start walking, fumbling through the cold, tripping over roots, lighting your own little fire, the forest changes. It reveals paths that only appear to those who move. This is where most people quit, because it's hard, it's lonely, it's thankless. In the beginning, you'll work in the shadows with no applause. No one will post about your progress. No one will pat you on the back. And that's exactly why it's powerful. Every rep you do in that hidden gym, every skill you sharpen in that small, dimly lit room, every sacrifice you make while no one's watching, that's the weight training for your soul. By the time the world notices you, you'll already be unrecognizable from the person who once begged to be saved. Here's the ugly truth. If you need constant support to keep going, you'll never make it, because there will be stretches where support doesn't exist. Your friends, busy. Your family, distracted. Your partner, focused on their own dreams. You have to become the kind of person who wakes up in the dark, looks around at the empty room, and says, "I don't need anyone here to start moving." And I know what you're thinking. That's easy to say. I'm tired. I'm broken. I've got nothing left. I get it. But here's the thing. Nothing left is exactly where transformation begins. When you've lost everything, there's nothing holding you back from becoming someone new. Burned bridges mean you can't go back. Empty hands mean you can carry something better. Rock bottom is not the end. It's the forge. It's where fire meets steel and turns it into a weapon. Every time you tell yourself, "I can't go on," you're lying, because you can. Your legs can take one more step, your lungs can take one more breath, your mind can push one more minute. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not talent, luck, or even opportunity. It's the willingness to keep moving in the dark, even when you can't see the finish line. At some point, you'll stop craving rescue. You'll stop imagining someone coming into your life and fixing everything. Instead, you'll be addicted to progress. You'll realize that the person you've been waiting for was always you. You'll start stacking small wins, waking up earlier, keeping promises to yourself, finishing what you start. and the momentum will snowball. By the time the world notices you, they'll think it happened overnight. They won't see the nights you cried alone, the mornings you trained in silence, the weekends you stayed in while they partied. Here's the final piece. When you become the kind of person who saves themselves, you stop chasing people. You stop begging for attention. You stop trying to fit in. And then, ironically, people start chasing you. Not because you ask them to, but because self-reliance is magnetic. It's rare. It's powerful. It's the quiet confidence of someone who knows they can lose it all tomorrow and still rebuild from scratch. So if you're watching this in your own dark forest, stop waiting. No one is coming. Not tomorrow, not next week, not ever. And that's the best news you'll ever hear. Because it means the story is yours to write. The hero is already here, and it's you.